They texted first, called first, made all the plans, talked about the future like it was inevitable. You finally let yourself believe them. Then they disappeared, and you're left wondering, what did I do wrong? The answer isn't what you did, it's what you became. And once you see this pattern, you'll stop blaming yourself for someone else's instability. I'm Sahil, and this is what I do: break down the systems and patterns shaping our relationships, work, and identity. Here's what the pattern looks like. Someone enters your life with intensity, double texts when you don't reply fast enough, initiates plans, asks about your day, your thoughts, your life, creates intimacy quickly. It feels good because it feels like being chosen, like someone finally sees you, and the intensity makes it feel real. Nobody puts in this much effort unless they mean it, right? Wrong, because what you're seeing isn't genuine interest, it's the thrill of pursuit. They're not chasing you specifically, they're chasing the feeling of chasing. Then something changes. You reciprocate fully, you match their energy, you open up, you trust them, you say yes to the future they kept painting. And that's when they start pulling back. The texts get shorter, the calls stop, plans become vague. The person who couldn't go a day without talking to you suddenly needs space. Here's the paradox. They wanted you to commit, but your commitment killed their interest. Because what they actually wanted wasn't you, it was the validation of knowing they could have you. The chase was the point, the win was the point. You as a person were never the point. Now comes the mixed signals. One day they're warm, the next they're cold. They say they need time to figure things out, but they won't tell you what they're figuring out. They swear nothing's wrong, but everything feels wrong. This isn't confusion, it's testing. They're seeing if you'll stay available while they keep their options open. They're checking if you'll tolerate inconsistency because they're not sure they want to commit, but they're not ready to let you go either. And if you ask for clarity, suddenly you're being too much, too needy, too serious. The person who initiated everything is now treating your expectation of consistency like it's unreasonable. Eventually, they end it. Sometimes with a vague reason, sometimes with no reason, sometimes they blame you for caring too much about something they started. And here's what makes it cruel. They won't give you closure because closure requires honesty. And honesty would mean admitting they never intended to follow through on what they promised, that the future they painted was a fantasy they enjoyed performing but never planned to live. So you're left holding the weight of a relationship they already let go of weeks ago. Then something strange happens. After ending it, they reach out. A random text, a late night call. They want to know how you're doing, if you're thinking about them. This isn't because they changed their mind, it's because they want to confirm you're still affected, that they still have access, that you're still available if they decide they want to try again or if they just need an ego boost. And if you don't respond, they might try harder, not because they want you back, but because your absence threatens the narrative they built where they're the one who got to leave. This pattern isn't about love, it's about emotional immaturity and validation-seeking behavior. People who do this are often struggling with their own sense of worth. They need external validation to feel good about themselves. The pursuit gives them that. Your attention, your commitment, your belief in them, that's the validation. But once they have it, it loses its power. Because deep down, they don't believe they deserve it. So they sabotage, they create distance, they find reasons to leave before you discover they're not who they pretended to be. This isn't about you being inadequate, it's about them being unable to sustain intimacy because intimacy requires showing up as you actually are, not as a performance. So what does this mean if you've experienced this? First, you didn't do anything wrong by believing someone who acted like they wanted you to believe them. That's not naivety, that's normal human trust. Second, their inability to follow through reveals their emotional capacity, not your worth. Healthy people don't chase intensely and then vanish. Secure people don't create futures they have no intention of building. Third, the right person won't make you question whether they meant what they said. Consistency isn't hard for someone who's genuinely invested. If someone's feelings for you are conditional on you staying uncertain, they're not offering you love, they're offering you a game you never agreed to play. If someone chased you, made you believe in them, then made you feel crazy for believing, that's not love that didn't work out. That's a test you never should have been given. And you don't owe them another chance to grade you. If this resonated, that's what this channel does. Analyze the patterns we're living through so we can see them clearly. New videos weekly, subscribe if you want more of this. See you next week.